Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Enterprise Systems Huawei IT Day 2020. My name is Kiara Shazali, and on behalf of Enterprise Systems and Huawei, I would like to thank you all for your valuable time and your attendance. I hope you're well and healthy. During this virtual conference, we will be joined by our speakers from Enterprise Systems Huawei and one of our valuable customers, and they will share the latest IT product portfolio insight to Huawei technology and their experience for the last 10 years. We will also be presenting our simple and profitable sales strategy incentive and promotions to build a win-win ecosystem in the UAE. Without further ado, I'm very excited to introduce our first guest speaker, Mr. Puya Parsfak, CEO of the Value-Added Distributor Enterprise Systems. Puya.
The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu, Art of War. My name is Puya Parsfak. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Enterprise Systems. I welcome you to this IT Day webinar hosted by Enterprise Systems and Huawei. Enterprise Systems was created in 2012 to represent Huawei in the Middle East. Over the last 8 years, our relationship and journey with Huawei has changed from a project-to-project basis to a value-added partnership, and finally to a true value-added distributorship. When Huawei entered into this market over 15 years ago, the biggest challenge facing Huawei was recognition of their ability to offer so many high technology and quality and innovative solutions. Huawei has become the world's largest player in the telecom industry worldwide, as well as the #1 player in the Middle East. In the telecoms market, Huawei works directly with the clients, like Etisalat and Do. However, in the enterprise market, Huawei relies on reseller distributor model. Without the successes of the reseller and distributor, Huawei will not succeed. And as such, Huawei is working seamlessly with their partners and tier 1 distributors to tackle the challenges and embrace the opportunities. Enterprise Systems has become one of the success stories of Huawei as a value-added distributor and partner in this market. Enterprise Systems growth is due to our strong technical capability, and our strong success is due to the incredible support we are receiving from Huawei. As such, Enterprise Systems was awarded Best Joint Growth Partner in 2014. Enterprise Systems was also awarded Commercial Distributor of the Year in 2015, Commercial Distributor of the Year in 2016. We also won Huawei's Champion of the Year in 2016. We won the Investment and Service Delivery Award in 2017, Service Partner of the Year in 2018, Best Distributor of the Year in 2019, and in 2020 we're supporting Huawei and our channel partners in the COVID-19 pandemic, and we're supporting the delivery of projects in this year. Our go-to-market strategy is aligned with Huawei to support our channel partners, the system integrators, our esteemed partners, in getting familiar with the Huawei solution portfolio, providing training to support their aim for certification. Supporting our partners is providing technical support, such as technical workshops for partners to support the end users, working on technical proposals and quotations, conducting POCs, site surveys, installation support, and after-sales maintenance contract to our partners. To date, Enterprise Systems has conducted over 200 proof of concept for our partners, implemented over 170 projects, conducted over 280 technical workshops, created over 530 technical proposals, and attended over 230 site surveys while creating over 8,000 quotations. Being a 5-star CSP, which is a certified service partner of Huawei, as well as being an ASP, authorized service partner, allows Enterprise Systems to support our ecosystem partners with support services such as ES-Care, which can take your existing Huawei support to a more enhanced and focused level, as well as after-sales annual maintenance contracts. giving confidence to our partners to invest in Huawei as a brand and deliver a healthy pipeline for all to focus on and execute to closure. Our partners will also benefit from this better discount as we are the only 5-star CSP value-added distributor in UAE. What I'd like to show you now is an exciting offer from Enterprise Systems. 2 offers right now at the beginning of the webinar. Later on, we will go into more incentives and incentive plans, but I'd like to show you this right at the early stage. We have in stock today OceanStor 5000 V3 series, and I'm offering from Enterprise Systems $1,000 cashback and free of charge professional services for the first system integrator that comes in and buys the OceanStor 5000 V3 series, and we'll configure it to your liking. We also are offering, which is in stock right now and available to deliver today, Fusion Sphere Pro 2288H V5, and I'm offering $500 per unit as a cashback to the person who places the orders first, with free of charge professional services for you as well. So these are the initial offers of today that I'm offering you, and I will be conducting more offers and incentives from both Huawei and Enterprise Systems in the coming presentation. So stay tuned. Over to you, Kia.
Many thanks, Puya, for the welcome address. Here now is our valuable customer, Mr. Ayad Nawaz, Palm Holding IT Manager, that he is going to walk us through his experience with Huawei IP solutions and IT solutions and how they got benefit of bulletproof engineering products. Please, Mr. Ayad, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Huawei, for this opportunity to allow us to share our experience with Huawei, which was as a brief, it's excellent journey with Huawei. My name is Iyad Nawaz. I am the IT manager for the POM Holding company. I will start just a brief about our company. POM Holding company, we are a private company based in Abu Dhabi, and it was founded in year 2013. We have over 700 plus staff working with us in this company. Our services, we are operate and manage exclusive properties with top-class hospitality standards, where quality of services is of our prime importance. Why? Because we are servicing a VIP clients with high ambitious business strategy for the UAE, and we are planning to expand our operation globally, and we are focusing actually with our VIP clients. We are not until now. We are not for the public clients. We have some specific clients we are servicing. This is actually the background for our company, and that's why we start looking for a strong strategy with to build our our ICT infrastructure in the market. And it was a pleasure to meet the Huawei representatives, and we discussed our challenges with them, and we found they can help us in any way it's possible. I will go to explain our ICT infrastructure, which is what we are looking for and what we are achieved actually with Huawei. We are currently using Huawei's ICT devices for IP telephony. Actually, we have like 200 plus IP telephony devices in our head offices and branches through Abu Dhabi. Also, we have as a for our applications to run our applications and our services to our clients, we are using Huawei Fusion servers, and all our data is Huawei OceanStor SAN storages, which is they are very capable regarding the performance, throughput, IOPS achievement to satisfy our VIP clients with no any delays in when they are requesting the service from our staff, and we deliver our service actually in on time. Overall, actually any company when we are looking to have to build a strategic partnership with any ICT provider, they are looking for three key factors to build their infrastructure and their data center to have like 99.9 their services to be available to their customers. I like make it as a summary for like three key reasons why we are actually happy with Huawei. The first reason, every company they are looking for interoperability and the easy integration with non-Huawei brands. Because everyone knows, for any data center, you will have a multi-brand of devices. They must to be integrated and working together as a one unit. The challenge we have it before, if you buy from a specific brand, then your data center, it must be from A to Z from that brand. Otherwise, you will be in a big trouble to have the integration with these heterogeneous devices. What we found, we found from even from the Huawei representatives, they are solid to say, yes, we can provide you the devices, and you can test these devices with any non-Huawei brand, and you will find all our proof of concept, and you will be happy for even the high performance you will get from this one. The second reason, which actually the performance and the peace of mind. When you integrate all your devices and they are working with one unit, you will get the stability of your services. And when you get the stability of your services, that's meaning your customers, they will be happy from the service. And when your customer is happy, that's meaning your top managements, they are happy from the IT department. And this is what we achieved actually with our partnership with Huawei. Like now, we have like more than 2 years partnership with them, and we did not face any major technical issue or downtime because failure of a hardware or over bandwidth issues. These things happened actually because the reason 3 we already found with our partnership with Huawei, which is the overall support and the quality of their support, which, you know, when you request any support, you will find too many people. They will tell you, we are ready to help you, and they put their fingers in the pain you have, and they will solve it for you. They are working as a team. They will involve the sales, the technical team, any required resources you need, they will provide you just to make you a happy customer, which is actually this one, we touch it in a great way with them. And we are happy also to continue with them as actually any customer he is looking for this result. I will go and thank you all for this opportunity to allow us to tell the others our experience with Huawei, which actually not a lot of us when we hear about Huawei, we know Huawei only in the الاتصالات market, high-end enterprise market. We surprised, they are also available for medium enterprise companies, and they are willing to deliver a competitive services to the mid customer, to their mid customers. Thank you a lot for this opportunity. Again, my name is Iyad Nawaz, and I'm really happy to be here and join this, I will call it a celebration for Huawei. Thank you all.
Thank you, Iyad. That was very informative. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. I hope the audience enjoyed as much as they did. Our next speaker is going to be Mr. Neeraj Sharma, Huawei Senior Solution Manager, that he's going to talk about Huawei Intelligent Infrastructure Solution. And Neeraj, over to you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Iyad, for giving us this wonderful insights about your environment. And I totally agree that the three key things for any vendor today to gain the customer trust is the performance from their storage or the infrastructure, which is very key because that's one of the critical areas. Second is the support that you get from us. And third, most important, is the customer-centric approach. So Huawei is very much there. Now, without further delay, I'll straight away jump into my session, which is talking about intelligent infrastructure solutions from Huawei. Now, when I say intelligent infrastructure, I will introduce Huawei. So, because I know some people know Huawei from the career business that we have with Etisalat and Do, or from the consumer side where you see a lot of mobile phones and wearables from Huawei. Now, there is a third division called Cloud and AI from where I belong, and the storage is one of the critical areas, and compute. These are the two critical areas of this particular sector called Cloud and AI. Now, globally, if you see Huawei, we are a company, one of the largest ICT employers today, with around 194,000 employees. And the number of employees we have in research and development only is about 96,000. That speaks volumes about the effort that we put in to make sure our products that we come up with are strong, reliable, and robust for our customers. So when I say R&D investment, we have so many employees, that translates into some investment going on. Now, this is the 2019 scoreboard for the total R&D investment by different organizations. You can see Huawei right there on number 5, with about $12.5 million euros into the business. That's a big number considering Huawei is about $120 billion company. Our CEO has a vision to invest 15% of the annual revenue that we are generating back into the business in the form of research and development. Now, that's a very, very strong statement and commitment to make sure we are coming up with the best of the breed technology for our customer, which is robust again. Now, this big amount, which is 12.5 million euros, where does that go? that goes into forming a lot of research and development centers globally. Now, when I say globally, that's very, very important, because most of our customers are still not aware that Huawei has a lot of research and development going across the globe, and it looks like we are only within China. For sure, it's a Chinese organization, so we have a strong base within China. So you can see about 5 of the R&D centers are based within China, but rest of them are spread across the globe. So now, how do we define, how do we select a place to put our R&D investment is also very important, because we look into a place, we look into a territory where the technology is ahead of the curve, and we put our investment on that particular region so that we bring the best and quickly to our customers. So that's a strong commitment from our side for our customers. Now, what is happening in today's era? We are living into an era of data explosion. Data has been growing forever now, but now what we see is really disruptive. These technologies, which are like 5G, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, has changed the way we see the world of data, and with what we can do with data as well. Now you can see on the right hand side, you can see we are talking about, with the help of 5G, 8K and VR, we are talking about 100 billion internet connections globally today, and 30 times more the traffic that used to be. That's a massive growth. Now, how do we make sure that this growth is complemented with the solutions that the companies are offering? So Huawei is one of the front runners in those lines, and I'll show some of the good stuff to you in my coming slides, where how do we define this and how we help our customers that way. Now, when we talk about enterprise IT, we used to talk about terabyte level of data. Not more than 2 years back, 3 years back, we used to see only terabyte of data in an organization. Today, we are talking about petabyte level of data, because there is a lot of video data, image data, machine learning, lot of, like, for example, autonomous driving itself creates about 64 terabyte of data per day. That's a big number. Then we talk about a digital connected factory. A fully connected factory can generate about 1 petabyte of data per day. There's a huge amount of data being generated across. If you look at any point, even the edge terminal, like your mobile phone, you like clicking pictures, you like taking videos. So where does that data being stored? How it is being stored? You want to back up that data as well on cloud or in some other format. So that data just multiplies. Now we have seen, today we are talking about all flash. So now all flash is a technology that has been there in the market for some time. It's not a new word. It's not a new technology that we are talking about, but there has been a tremendous acceptance and maturity in this particular field. Yeah. So we have seen people with their tier 0 applications. They have been a user of an all flash storage, because the IOPS requirement for these kind of applications is very high per terabyte. The density is about more than 5,000 IOPS per terabyte. Or when you talk about latency, we are talking about sub-millisecond latencies. And the third key criteria is the reliability. We are talking about active data centers. Now, this tier 0 application is a good candidate for any all-flash storage. But now, over the period of time, because the flash has become more mature, it has become more accepted because of the cost coming down, we have seen the transition happening to tier 1 and tier 2 applications as well, slowly. So that's a good sign for us. And as the Gartner has predicted, by 2021, we see the price of flash coming equal to the price of the traditional hybrid storage. And Puya, in his session about the promotions, we will tell you how we are bringing that 2021 vision from Gartner today to our customers by bringing the same cost and bringing the same value to you. This is the portfolio I'm going to talk about. So this is just an overview. I'll not go into each and every point because our session is more derived to all flash storage here. So we have a dedicated range called Dorado, which is a native all flash storage. And we have about 5 models here, starting from an entry level to mid range and to high end. Now, all these models have been built from scratch for the SSDs, and so that's why I'm calling them a native all-flash storage systems. Now, for this particular model called Dorado 3000, we are running a very aggressive promotion, which is coming to you in the coming in the few minutes from Puya's session. To manage all of these storages, be it all flash or any other storage from Huawei, we have a tool called Device Manager. Now, this particular tool is to manage a single storage, and it comes free of cost with the storage itself. But you have other things like eSite. So as a customer, you might be having network, you might be having servers, storage, and other infrastructure from Huawei, and you want to manage all of them from a single pane of glass. How can you do that? There is a tool available which is called eSite, and this eSite can help you end to end. From a single window, you can manage the whole infrastructure. Then comes the storage virtualization part. We know many customers have already invested. As Mr. Iyad was mentioning, as a customer, you'll seldom find a customer who is only one vendor. So you will have heterogeneous environment, and to manage all of that, obviously you need a company that is agile to the changes and who can bring out the best. So that's where Huawei stands, and that's one of the addition that we do with the help of our research and development efforts. We bring a lot of compatibility tests and certify the third-party products. Now, storage virtualization again comes from that platform where we can virtualize your existing storage underneath a Huawei controller. So you don't have to throw your existing investment. You can still continue with that till the time the system is in support, and you can get all the intelligent features from the Huawei system. And lastly, we have something called e-service, which is a call home support feature from Huawei. And again, it comes free of charge along with the storage. Let's talk about our standing in the market today. How does Gartner or IDC see us? So if you look at the first quadrant, first block in your slide, you can see the Gartner Magic Quadrant for the last year. We are placed in the leaders quadrant. Now, we are not only in the leaders quadrant. There are other vendors, but the growth that we have shown over the past year, from being a niche player in 2014 to a leader in 2019, we have come a long way. And that certainly is shown in our numbers in terms of the growth. If you look at the middle segment, you can see our market share within China is 33.4%, which is number one in that particular territory. And this is the IDC report. And the last one talks about the growth rate, which is again very significant because it's a global number. And you can see Huawei globally in terms of the all flash, we are growing at a massive pace of 234% year on year. Let's talk about the product itself. Let's talk about the technology, which I'm going to talk in the coming slides. It's just called Dorado. Now with Dorado, it's, as I said, it's a really nice technology that we have come up with over the past few years. This is not a new product. We started with our first Dorado back in 2009. So it's been almost a decade that the product has been there in the market. And now the latest model that we have is called Dorado version 6. Now we do a lot of testing with our products, and we certify our systems to be published. Now, if you look at the key messages that come from the Dorado is ever fast, ever solid, and AI powered. All of these key messages translate to a number. In terms of ever fast, I'm talking about 20 million IOPS with 0.1 millisecond latency. Now that becomes very important because IOPS is not only the number to look at. Latency is as much important as the IOPS. Now we know there are applications, for example, SAP. You need a specific latency, otherwise you will have issues with your application running. So IOPS as well as latencies are two key aspects when you are considering the performance of your storage. Coming to the second aspect of it, which is ever solid. This ever solid, I'm talking about tolerating 7 out of 8 controller failure. Now, this is something unique in the industry. No other vendor has a similar architecture where they can tolerate 7 out of 8 controller failure and still give uptime to your application. We call this architecture as smart matrix, and it has been organically grown within the organization. Now, today we are talking about smart matrix version 3. And the third one is called AI powered. Now this Dorado comes with AI chips and algorithm that helps the storage do more for our customers. And with the help of AI, you get better performance. With the algorithm, you get better efficiency for your storage. Let's talk about all these features one by one. In terms of the performance, we are talking about some cool chips that go inside the storage. Yeah. So these chips, each chip that I'm talking about has a certain activity, has a certain addition to the performance of the system. Let's talk about the first one, which is called network chip. This is a dedicated piece of hardware that improves your network latency by offloading the protocol passing from the controller to this chipset. Second is called compute, which is Kunpeng 920 processor. So this particular processor again is a Huawei product, and this is based on ARM technology. Now we have networking, and this particular model can give you twice the performance as compared to our competitive processor manufacturer. The third one is called AI chip, which improves our read hit ratios by pulling the data into your cache based on your access patterns. That's why we call it artificial intelligence. It learns the mechanism of data access, and based on that, it prefetches the data. Fourth one is called the storage controller chip. Now, it is good to know that the storage that comes from Huawei has the SSDs that come inside the storage is also manufactured by Huawei. And when we do the manufacturing, we have control over the technology, and we can do certain innovations. We can put certain innovations on the SSD layer as well. We call it a SSD controller chip, which is sitting on each and every SSD, which offloads the FTL algorithm from the controller to the SSD itself, giving us better synchronization between the processor and the storage SSD. And last one is the BMC chip, which improves your fault locations. This is about the performance. Let's talk about the reliability. We are talking about 5 levels of reliability here, starting from the SSD layer, which I just mentioned. Because we manufacture the SSD, we do certain innovations there, and we have some patents like global wear leveling and global anti-wear leveling. In terms of the architecture, as I said, we can tolerate 7 out of 8 controller failure with the help of our smart matrix architecture. This particular architecture creates a complete mesh between the controller and the front-end interfaces. So in case of any controller failure, your data is still accessible via the other controller, and it goes on up to 8 controllers, not only 1 and 2. It goes on up to 8 controllers. Yeah, so we call it end-to-end active-active design. There is no LUN ownership by the controller. So every LUN is shared between the set of controllers. If one controller goes down, you can access to other controller, and that's happens within a second. Third is the system level reliability, where we talk about enterprise class features that has been there, like snapshot, replication, deduplication, compression. All of that is part of the bundle. Then we talk about tolerating 3 drive failures. So we support something called RAID TP, triple parity, wherein we can tolerate even 3 hard drive failures in case of in a RAID group. And lastly, which becomes very important in today's times, we can reconstruct 1 terabyte of data in 15 minutes. That's important because today we are talking about high capacity, large capacity drives. For example, an SSD can be 7.68 or 15.32. So when working with such large capacity drives, the time to reconstruct a failed hard drive becomes very, very important. On the solution level, we are talking about something called a gateway-free active-active solution. Not many vendors today in the market can achieve this particular feature without additional hardware or software layers. We can do it natively from the controller. That's why we call it gateway-free. This gives you a flexibility to, instead of having a DC1 and a DR, instead of having a DC DR scenario, you can have a DC1 and DC2 scenario, where both the resources are active. And in case of one going down, you can move to the other one seamlessly. Then we have something called FlashEver, which I'm going to talk about in my coming slide. And lastly, there is a cloud backup, which can give you a gateway-free cloud backup functionality to improve your backup frequency and the speed. By combining all of these reliability mechanisms, we can achieve a system-level reliability of 99.49 or a solution-level reliability of 99.59. That makes it a really, really stable product. Let's talk about FlashEver. So FlashEver is a program that helps our customer to get rid of the pain to refresh their infrastructure every 3 years or 5 years. Now, with this FlashEver program, the customer gets free access to the next generation of hardware, which is from V6 to maybe V7 or V8, with zero data migration and no service disruption for them. Now that becomes very important, because we all know as an IT manager, they every 5 years they have to do a complete refresh of their environment, which is a pain, lot of data migration involved, and there is a chance of having a service disruption as well. Now the unique thing here is you can do both of the upgrade, both either for the controller or for the enclosure individually. No need to do a complete refresh. The enclosure can work with the new controller, or the new controller can work with the old SSD shells, all of that. Let's talk about the AI, which is the third part. As I said, on the device level, we have an AI chip that takes care of the performance which you get. It also does the service configuration, firmware status updates, SLA monitoring. In terms of the central level, which is if you have multiple storages from Huawei and you want to do a intelligent prediction, you need something called Center AI, which is DJ, unified management and control of your whole storages in the environment. It gives you orphan capacity, performance planning, and suggestions to make your devices do more. Third is called the e-service, which synchronizes the data such as the faults and predictions to the cloud, Huawei cloud, for online training purposes. So we have sold a lot of storages in the market today. All the storages, obviously, if the customer allow, we can send the information to the Huawei system, and based on that, you can get better prediction of your storages, of your capacity planning, of your drive failures. In fact, it can identify the faults based on the large database. So this is about the Dorado system. Now let's talk about the second important product we are discussing here in the intelligent infrastructure solutions, which is called the intelligent servers, called Fusion Server Pro. With the Fusion Server Pro, we are this is the newest generation available, which was released earlier this year, and we talk about three key things: faster, stronger, and smarter. In terms of the market share, overall shipments in China, we are number 2. And for 4-socket server shipment globally, we are number 1. That's 4-socket is used. So that speaks volumes about our product's reliability and robustness. When I talk about the Fusion Server Pro, we are talking about plus the intelligence. So normal intelligence plus we are adding some things on top. What we are adding? We are talking about the performance, which is the best in the industry. We can support all the latest generation of Intel processors and support maximum of 205-watt processor as well in our systems. We also have Intel persistent memory, which is Intel Optane support in most of our systems today. 400 plus performance test records are there for our Fusion Server Pro series. So that talks a volume about our performance. Then we talk about the stronger or the reliability mechanism. We have been there in this industry for more than 30 years in terms of the hardware technology design. And we have a lot of experience to design the chipset, design the hardware, the infrastructure. Because of that, we can come up with products that are more stronger, more reliable, and 15% lower industry rate has been identified when we compare our systems along with the competition. So low hardware failure means less pain for our customers. We can achieve an operating temperature of about 45 degrees Celsius. Then comes the smarter part. We have something called intelligent acceleration engine, which has multiple 3 acceleration components to improve the performance, which can be AI, which can be the Atlas engine, which can be the SSD, which can be the intelligent cards that go inside the system. And the third one, which I have a dedicated slide on, is the management engine called Fusion Director. So I'll come to that one in the coming slide. Let's look at the innovations. Apart from the faster, stronger, and smarter, we have other innovations such as FDM, such as DEMT, which increase your efficiency by 15%. And lastly, we have a BSST, which is the Boost Speeded Storage Technology. Increases your storage boot up by 3 times. So this, I'll skip this slide because I've already mentioned. I'll go to the next one, which is the Fusion Director. Now, with this Fusion Director, which is a single platform to manage the whole infrastructure for compute, you have a lot of benefits that help you reduce your OPEX by 15%. It can be intelligent discovery. So you can have your server model automatically discovered and they can give you the information about that. You can do intelligent upgrades of your environment in terms of the firmware and all. It can give you energy saving benefits by up to 15% efficiency. You can deploy the products more intelligently because it gives you the boost. And lastly, you can do a proper maintenance because we have a lot of intelligence around the fault warning, diagnosis, and fault locations. So that's something can be done using a single pane, which is called Fusion Director. Lastly, let's look into the platform that I'm talking about. So we have a whole range of products, starting from the general purpose rack arrays, which is 1U2 socket and 2U2 socket. Then we have 2298, 5288. These are the more storage intensive and compute intensive servers. And lastly, we have a mission critical server, which is a 4-socket server and 4U. In terms of the high density server, we again have a full range for which is required for applications such as HPC or VDI. We have 2U 4-node, we have compute intensive blade, both normal air cooling as well as liquid cooling. We have dense servers, which is 4U 4-node or storage intensive node that go inside these servers. The mission critical server, which is Kunlun 9008. Now, this is the world's first 32-socket server, and it can do a lot of, it can provide you the similar RAS features such as a Unix platform, and it can be a good use case to replace the Unix servers. Then we have a full range of liquid cooling solutions. We have our blade infrastructure, which is E9000, 12U, 16 nodes can go inside. CH121 and CH242 are the blades that are part of this E9000. In terms of the acceleration engine, as I mentioned, we have SSDs and we have the intelligent NICs and the AI accelerator card, which is Atlas. Then we have Fusion Director to manage the whole environment. And lastly, we have G5500, which are our GPU based servers. So you can have your application which require high GPU, high graphics into these heterogeneous servers. By doing all of that, it is most important, again, as Mr. Iyad mentioned, the support. So we are today serving about 1/3 of the global population. Yeah. So the global reach, local service, 170 plus countries, 122 plus national spare part centers globally, 1,000 plus city spare part warehouses, and 3,900 plus service partners. So that speaks a lot about our capabilities to service our customers practically anywhere in the world today. We can deliver the parts in 4 hours. We can support multiple languages. 24/7 support is available. Lastly, what are the 2 types of support we have? We have high care, which is a Huawei care. We have co-care, which is our authorized service partner care support. And on top, we have ES care, which is introduced by Puya, which is additional to co-care. They can provide you other services like professional services and stuff, health checks, professional services, a lot of stuff. So I'll complete my presentation with this slide. And I thank you once again to everyone who has joined. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box, and we are happy to answer them. Thank you. Over to you, Kirash.
Thank you, Niraj, for the very comprehensive presentation. This is a very powerful message for a valuable customer, and it shows how Huawei succeeded for the last few years and positioned Huawei in top 5 technology company in the world. Now we're gonna go through our online demo. I'm pretty sure that all of our partners would like to know how Huawei Technologies works in the real world. And that's why I would like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Munib Haider Malik, Enterprise Systems IT Systems Engineer, on the stage to walk us through a very informative and comprehensive online demo from ES Experience Center. I do recommend to all of our partners to schedule a one-to-one meeting and visit our Experience Center and see Huawei live in action. Munib, over to you.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining this event. My name is Munib Haider, and I am Systems Engineer in Enterprise System. So in this session, we would like to show you a demonstration of our storage lab and the latest Huawei product and solution, which we have in our Experience Center. So if you have any questions related to the demonstration, feel free to contact me over my email and my mobile phone number. Before moving to the lab demonstration, I would like to highlight 3 key features of our next generation all-flash storage system: ever-fast, ever-solid, air-powered. So Huawei's all-flash storage is providing industry's highest performance, which is 20 million IOPS with a latency of only 0.1 millisecond for faster service processing as per the benchmark of SPC1. So how we are achieving this performance? As already explained by Neeraj, we are using 5 intelligent chips for transmission, compute, intelligence, AI chip, for our own SSD drives, SSD chips, and for the management, we have our own IBMC management chip, which collectively help us achieve this performance. And using our end-to-end NVMe architecture, we are achieving the latency of 0.1 millisecond. The second one, reliability. In terms of reliability, we are the only storage vendor today in the market who can support up to 7 controller failure out of 8 in total. So the last active controller can take all the job from the failed 7 controllers and continue to provide the service to your business. So it makes sure your business is always on. And the second one is the RAID triple parity, which provides the simultaneous failure of three hard disks in a single RAID, as compared to the traditional RAID 5 and RAID 6. For operation and maintenance, the e-service management system improves user operation and maintenance capabilities and takes planned maintenance action to prevent potential risk. And being authorized by the customer, e-service monitors device alarm 24/7. And whenever an alarm is detected, it automatically notifies Huawei's technical support center and creates a service request. So this way, Huawei service engineer, they can help resolve the problem in a timely manner. So most of our technology, storage technology, it is already tested by ESG, which is a third-party IT consultant and validation community. So in ESG test report, OceanStor Dorado, it supports latency of 81 microsecond and 100% load balance and AI management. So enterprise system has established experience center for multiple products and technologies where you can bring your customer for proof of concept. And in this session, we will be only focusing on the storage part. So starting with the storage test cases, here we have prepared 4 test cases, introduction to device manager and e-service. Then we have a test case related to the performance of the storage system and the overall data protection and efficiency. And the last one, it is related to the reliability of our product. Okay. So let's first look at the experience centered test environment. The product for the testing is next generation OceanStor Dorado 5000 V6 storage, which has 3.84 TB NVMe SSD drives, and they are connected to the server using 2 10G switches for network redundancy. And on the host, on the test host, we have a test software running known as VD Bench, which is a performance test tool. And then we are using different software and licensing for the reliability and data efficiency, like Hyper CDP. These software are being used for the storage. So the first case, introduction to device manager. So device manager is an integrated software management tool, which is developed by Huawei and which comes by default with the storage. It is used to monitor, manage a storage system in terms of its performance, alarm, event, the power consumption, and the running status of the device. So on the top here, you can see we have a navigation bar which lists all the available logical functionality modules of the storage system. Then in the basic information, you can see the device information such as the version, the serial number of the device, the model name of the device. And then on the GUI, you can see the effective capacity, which displays the usage of the storage space, effective capacity trend, which will show you the capacity trend of the storage system. And then you can monitor the overall performance of the performance trend of the controllers. If you move to the further inside of the storage, you can see the performance of a single LAN or a single controller system. Here you can see the alarm and alerts, different type of alarms alert which are being generated. And here is the overall overview of the device. From here you can see the controller status, controller health, the backend the front end interfaces, FC, iSCSI, all of them can be managed and monitored from here, and you can assign the IPs to the iSCSI interfaces from this interface. So moving forward to e-service. E-service management system improves user operation and maintenance capabilities and takes planned maintenance action to prevent potential risk. It provides an overview of the disk capacity, performance, status, and the risk. And for based on the disk types. It also gives you early disk failure prediction. System will automatically create a trouble ticket to track the disk replacement. It will also monitor the SLA of the devices which have been added into the e-service portal. The second test case, it is related to the performance of the storage. In order to check the overall performance of the storage system, in terms of the IOPS, we will perform a test on the storage system. So what actions are required? We are configuring RAID triple parity on a storage pool, and the LAN is created, which is using the data reduction features like dedupe and compression. And this LAN, it has been mapped onto the test host. So VD bench is used on the test host to set the test model with the following parameters. The IO size, it is 8 KB. The read-write ratio, it is 7:1. And we are using the data reduction features, dedupe and compression. So this is a screenshot from the storage system, from the performance window. As this is a Dorado 6000 V6 version. So the IOPS which we are achieving using these hard drives, NVMe hard drives, it is approximately 200,000 IOPS. And on the right hand side, you can see the architecture of the NVMe storage system. Here you can see we are providing 36 disk controller enclosure in a single 2U chassis. If you compare it with the other storage vendors, they are providing only 25 disk slots in a 2U chassis. So here we have an advantage. We are providing a better footprint as compared to other vendors. For the third test case, data protection and efficiency. In order to test the performance after enabling the software features like a snapshot, we are doing this test case. In this test case, as data is increasing at a fast pace, enterprise must consider how to shorten the backup window. So to address this issue, Dorado all-flash storage, it uses Hyper CDP feature, which is continuous data protection, and which will provide most frequent data protection with zero performance loss. So in this test case, we are using the same topology, and we are using vBench to simulate OLTP service, and we will run high workload onto the storage system. So what's Hyper CDP will do, it will take screenshot after a fixed interval. You can set the interval on the storage. So here we are using the interval of 3 seconds. After every 3 seconds, the storage system, it will take the take these snapshots, and we will see the performance impact onto the storage system. So on the right hand side, you can see a comparison between Huawei with the traditional or the other vendor storage system. There is no performance impact. There is zero performance impact. Even we are taking high density screenshot after every 3 seconds, and the performance is very stable and there is no jitter. While if you compare it with the other vendors, the performance of other vendor, it is decreased as compared to Huawei. So for the reliability, OceanStor system, it uses symmetric active-active architecture. The architecture balances load data volumes by using intelligent distribution algorithms and intelligent front-end balancing. So the storage system, in active-active architecture, there is no LAN ownership on any of the controllers. So in this test case, we will remove any of the controller, and we will see that there is no service impact on any of the LAN. Okay? The storage system, it will provide the service without any service disruption to the client or to the user. RAID triple parity. This is a unique RAID level which is being used by Huawei, and in RAID triple parity, Huawei is providing simultaneous disk failure of 3 hard disk drives as compared to RAID 5 or RAID 6, in which you are getting tolerance failure of 1 or 2 disk drives. So in this test case, we can remove the 3 hard drive from the RAID group, and we can see that the service, it continues to run fine. Front-end interface module hot swap. So test case, as in the storage system, we have dual controllers, and dual controllers, they are using redundant front-end interfaces. So both of the interfaces, they're providing the services to the host. So by removing one of the front-end interface, we can test that still there is no performance impact, and the storage system, it runs fine. The fourth one, it is NDU, non-disruptive upgrade. So in Huawei, services are separated from the kernel of the storage. And we are using microservice concept to upgrade individual service like protocol, data, control, management, which is composing 94% of the major component of the storage, and 6% it is the kernel part only. So when there is a upgrade, the performance, the services, they won't be impacted, and the storage, it doesn't need to restart, because 94% of the components, they are upgraded in the runtime, and there is no downtime to the business, to the services. So these are the 4 test cases which we have in our demo lab, in our experience center. And you are more than welcome to bring your customer, bring your client, and you can have an experience of our experience center. Thank you very much.
Many thanks again for the online demo. It was very informative. Just want to let our value partner knows if you have any question or you need any one-to-one session, please do not hesitate to contact us at info@esystems.com, and we will arrange a one-on-one session for you and walk you through the experience center. We now move on to our panel discussion. We will have a very comprehensive session about Huawei Intelligent Infrastructure. Joining me in this panel will be Mr. Niraj Sharma, Huawei Senior Solution Manager, and Mr. Joe Jin, Huawei Computing Business Director. One more time, welcome all of you, and thank you for the very valuable time, amazing presentation that you had today. Let's start with Niraj. Niraj, this is a question for you. How has the storage industry changed in the last 5 years? So what do you predict will happen in the next 5 years?
Thank you, Kirash. Certainly, this is what people like to know today. And you see, the adoption of Flash has been a trend for the last 3 to 5 years to satisfy the high IOPS for mission critical and high performance workloads. Today, we are talking about 5G and AI that will speed up the digital transformation, and the end-to-end latency of the storage will be a key factor for many of these vertical solutions across 5G and AI. Now, apart from the high performance storage, end-to-end NVMe all-flash storage adoption will be a key trend to reduce the latency for such disruptive technologies that we are looking into. We also always talk about one part of it, which is a mission critical application. There is another part of it, which is a massively distributed storage requirement, because the growth of data has been exponential, and it is expected to grow massively in the next few years as well. 80% of this data that is being generated is unstructured. To handle this, a highly scalable platform is required, which is a software defined, which can support multiple protocols, and which helps us to do better management of our systems. Now, the hardware layer is one thing which is, again, will be a key role. Then there comes the efficiency part of it. And why we are talking about efficiency? When we look at the data growth, we also look at the operational part of it, which is the people required to manage that massive amount of data. The self-decision making capability of the storage system that we are talking about with the help of AI will certainly help to increase the efficiency, so that a single person can manage up to 5 petabytes of data, whereas today we see an average of 1 person for 1 petabyte of data. So that's the answer in a nutshell to the next 5-year prediction from my point of view.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Niraj, for the very comprehensive reply. Joe, this question I'm going to pass it on to you. How you think Huawei innovates to meet demands for diversified computing power?
Yes, actually, based on our understanding globally of the all demands from the enterprise market, we notice that more and more customer requests not only for the performance, especially they're asking for the TCO efficiency. On top of that, we notice that there's a more and more power efficiency requirements came from the operation and maintenance department. So such kind of demands request for diversified computing power. So that's why Huawei invest more. As per the previous introduction, Huawei is able to provide stronger, faster, and smart general purpose computing power with a better energy efficiency to meet those demands. For instance, Huawei latest announced x86 Fusion Server Pro deploy the cutting edge Cascade Lake refresh processor, also the Optane persist memory from Intel. So such kind of collaboration makes the performance keeps leading the whole technology. And in the meanwhile, Huawei self innovated Fusion Director intelligent management engine try to increase the operation and the maintenance efficiency, and such kind of innovation makes keep reducing the cost throughout the whole server life cycle. All those above only talks about the general purpose computing power. Furthermore, we also found that the how to say the heterogeneous computing also should be the key to meet those demands. For example, Huawei Atlas AI computing solution also can provide a full product portfolio, including all the scenario across not only the cloud, also the edge, plus the terminal device. So those have been put into the commercial use in internet carrier business, or also like finance, energy, manufacturing industries. So we believe that our keep innovating investment can meet more and more diversified demands from those industry and keeps our leadership in this industry.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Neeraj, the question is going to be for you. Where does the flash storage stand with regards to the hyper converged when DC series are moving forward with HCI?
Yeah. To answer this question, the simplest answer is there is no one size fit all. So you cannot have a hyperconverged to do everything for you or a flash storage. They all have their use cases. So for example, flash storage is not going anywhere. It is going to be there for your tier 0 application requirements, which is for your high performance databases or applications that are like mission critical workloads. And there is a continuous development happening, and there is a roadmap as well for all flash. So it's not going anywhere. We talk about end-to-end NVMe, we talk about SCM coming. So it certainly is a technology for the future. Whereas when it comes to hyperconverge, we have seen certain customers coming in telling us that, okay, I have standardized on a hyperconverge environment and I'm going to stick to that. That's a good approach, but hyperconverge is not for everything. So as I said earlier, it's not one size fit all. With hyperconverge, it is good for HDC kind of a requirement to collect the data which from the nearest source where it is being produced. But do you need enterprise class software defined storage with high scalability on the central location or the regional data center to do the analysis, to do the rest of the job? Because hyperconverge, though they are doing really good, they are really a nice solution for certain applications, it has limited scalability along with the storage and computing coupled architecture. So yeah, that will be my short answer to this. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Neeraj. So the next question is going to be for you, Joe. I mean, we had an event and with Huawei and Intel, and basically we covered these questions in very detail with Intel and Huawei expert team. And I'm pretty sure a lot of partners, they know about the collaboration between Intel and Huawei, and have Huawei and Intel, they collaborating together for the next few years. But I mean, if you can cover this question, it's going to be great. So for those partners who doesn't, know exactly how it works, yeah, it's about how Intel and Huawei are innovating together to develop scalable platforms to serve all the industries.
Yeah, sure. Actually, in computing industry, Huawei and Intel collaborated with each other starting actually more than 18 years ago. Actually, such kind of strategic partnership keeps to do those development, especially in those scalable platform to the server and the computing business. And the Huawei server have been closely updated with each generation of Intel processors for a long time. As the first half of this year, also collaborated, both of us, Intel and Huawei, both collaborated together with enterprise system. During the first half of this year, we announced the latest generation of the server, and we try to bring the latest technology to this market. And furthermore, just passed recently the Huawei Connect 2020 in Shanghai, also such kind of a joint innovation, also announced the next generation Fusion Server Pro Intelligent Server also during that event as well. So furthermore, such kind of a partnership will keep as it is, especially during the roadmap. We announced the next generation, which means the version 7, V7 server will be together released with Intel the upcoming processor in 2022. So which means Huawei will continue closely work with Intel to provide customers with the secure, reliable products and solutions.
Perfect. Thank you, Joe, for the explanation, because I'm pretty sure this is very important for the partner and the customer to know how Huawei and Intel, they're collaborating together to have a strong products and then for the next few years. Neeraj, just a question for you. What is the importance of the distributed storage in the coming years? What is your view on that?
Yeah. So see, as I mentioned, the whole session we were talking about all flash, and that's something really important. But Fusion storage, the portfolio that Huawei carries as well. So we are very much there. Now there is a data creation prediction done by people like IDC, which predict that there will be about 180 zettabytes of data by 2025. Now with this massive growth of data, storing and managing this data will be a Herculean task, right? So therefore, something which can do multi-protocol, easy to expand, cost reduction on certain things such as management of an OPEX, these kind of things, if there is a storage that can provide that, that will be the best for the customers. So we are already there. Huawei is right here to help our customers with a massively scalable distributed storage called Fusion Storage that can support various workloads, be it block, file, object and big data, all of that from a single platform, and by providing the best TCO to them. This will accelerate digital transformation for various verticals that we talk about, like carriers, public safety, financial institution, as well as the enterprises.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Neeraj. Joe, this is the last question. It's going to be for you. I mean, AI has been a buzzword for the last few years in the market, and now it's not just a buzzword, it's a reality. And we can see all the majority vendors, they've been deploying AI within their products line. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a question for all our partners to see what is this Huawei's AI strategy for the next few years.
Yeah, actually, if we look at 2 years back, Huawei announced our AI strategy which means the full stack, all scenario AI portfolio during the 2019 Huawei Connect Shanghai. Since that moment, we try to announce to all of the world Huawei focus our investment in AI research and development, especially to the fundamental AI capabilities. And we position ourselves as the enabler to try to support all the industry developers trying to do those, how to say, convert into the technology into the practice. So we try to bring the affordable computing power to this industry. Especially we give a slogan is we bring inclusive AI to the industry AI transformation. And we try to open to collaborate not only with the developers, also with the academia, professor and students try to do those development. And it stands for 5 key messages. First is invest in AI research. We try to develop fundamental machine learning capabilities in CV, computing vision, also the NLP and natural language processing, also the decision and inference, etc. Focus on the data and the power efficiency. Second is that we try to bring a full stack AI portfolio adaptive to all the scenarios, including both standalone and collaborative scenarios across cloud, edge, and device. Furthermore, the creative talent and the open ecosystem will be our strategy as well. We collaborate widely with global academia, industry, and ISV partners. Try to deliver the solutions with Huawei AI strategy enabled. And also, as well as the strengths, the existing portfolio, which means we don't want to have, say, do the technology from the scratch. We try to bring the AI mindset and technology into existing products and the solutions, as well as the, how to say, as mentioned the previous presentation, we bring those technology into our self-innovated IT portfolio, including in the storage and the computing as well. So the last and not least, we try to drive internal operational efficiency, which means we try to use those technology for ourselves as well, to try to automate the high volume respective tasks for better efficiency and quality. We believe such kind of strategy could make the, how to say, the industry transformation better, and we try to bring the inclusive AI for all the commercial practice. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Joe. And thank you for all the panelists for sharing your insight. I hope all of our audience enjoyed the conference so far. And as you can see, all of our speakers, they have a very consistent message on Huawei intelligent infrastructure, which give us confidence to go out and convey the same message to the market. Next, I would like to invite you to watch this amazing video on Huawei Dorado V6. I'm pretty sure you'll be impressed. Enjoy the video.
We recently evaluated Huawei OceanStor Dorado version 6 all-flash storage, and I'm going to walk you through our findings. According to ESG research, organizations face numerous data storage challenges because data growth is accelerating and the infrastructure required to store and protect that data is costly and complex. ESG performed hands-on testing and validation of the Huawei OceanStor Dorado version 6 all-flash storage. Testing was designed to validate the performance, reliability, data management, and total cost of ownership of the OceanStor Dorado storage platform. ESG ran an OLTP workload using SLOB. We let the workload run for 30 minutes before measuring performance. As seen here, the system was servicing about 220,000 sustained IOPS at an average response time of just 81 microseconds. The Huawei OceanStor Dorado V6 all-flash storage platform's smart matrix architecture is designed to ensure high availability and sustained performance through both planned maintenance and failure of up to 7 out of 8 controllers. We tested scenarios including multiple controller and disk failures and a full site failover using Hypermetro. We ran these tests while the system was servicing an OLTP workload using VDBench to generate traffic against 4 LUNs in the system. When we started the test, the system was servicing about 200,000 IOPS with an average response time of 18.5 microseconds. We pulled 3 of the 4 controllers out of the array to see how the system would react. You can see the performance of the array as the controllers were removed. As we pulled each controller, the remaining controllers took up the slack, and the response time spiked briefly but never exceeded 115 microseconds. And when controllers A, B, and C were offline, controller D serviced the entire 200,000 IOPS workload at 18 microseconds. Next, we powered up the down controllers one at a time. And as each controller came back online, traffic was evenly balanced across the active controllers until the original 4 controllers were again sharing the load. The system never stopped servicing I/O, and the response time averaged under 20 microseconds during this test. This is important both when recovering from an unplanned event and when executing planned maintenance. To calculate TCO, we compared the storage-related costs that could be expected when deploying traditional hybrid storage with SAS-based SSD and disk and a Huawei OceanStor Dorado 5000 V6 with NVMe SSDs. Costs associated with purchasing, maintaining, powering, and cooling the storage systems were calculated. We modeled the expected storage TCO for a company that needed to support a highly available, mixed workload that requires sub-millisecond response times. Over 5 years, we calculated the OceanStor Dorado V6 would provide 78% TCO savings. Given the availability features of the Huawei OceanStor Dorado 5000, IT operational costs should be lower as well. Our 5-year TCO analysis demonstrated that by deploying an OceanStor Dorado with NVMe rather than alternative hybrid storage systems, organizations can lower their storage TCO by up to 78% while improving availability and reducing operational effort. If your organization is looking to lower storage TCO while increasing performance, ESG recommends investing in a next-generation all-flash array. Huawei is definitely worth a close look.
I hope you enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure all of our partners would love to know how they can monetize and earn more profit from Huawei bulletproof engineering products and solutions. And we would like to let all of our partners know that amazing Huawei and enterprise incentive promotions and sales strategy. Mr. Puya Parsafar would like to walk us through incentive and promotions. And we are all waiting to hear this exciting news, Puya. Stage yours.
Good afternoon. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Confucius. What we're here to do is to show you the Huawei and enterprise systems, incentives, rebates, and promotions for the last quarter of 2020. So this is the first one starts with the OceanStor Dorado 3K V6 and the OceanStor 5300 V5 storage. This is a Huawei promotion, which is running currently and will run towards the end of the year. So they have currently 15 pieces of the Huawei Watch GT2, 9 pieces of Huawei Mate Pad Pro, the Huawei Mate 30, 7 pieces, and so on. What you need to get these prizes is to have POs reaching up to 20K for the watch, 40K for the Mate Pad Pro, 60K for the Huawei Mate 30 5G, 100K for the Mate 30 RS, and for the Huawei Ideal Hub or Idea Hub, you need to reach $250,000 in order to qualify. So what this basically means that if you reach, for example, you bring a 20K order or a multiple of 20K order, they have to be deal registered and approved by Huawei, and then you can win the watch, which is the Watch GT2. This is the first promotion. POC demo kit buyback, another very successful promotion by Huawei. So your organization can earn up to 100% of the POC equipment that you invest in. And this is for the Dorado 3K V6. So what that means is that on providing the purchase order for the POC equipment, 20% of that equipment is rebated back to you. And you have the opportunity to claim back another 4 times 20%, which will bring you up to 80% by doing successful POCs, proof of concepts, within September to December with your end user. This way, you'll be able to get the 100% of the equipment paid back from Huawei to you. The third promotion is the storage swap win-back program. As win-back says, you can swap out a competitive existing storage installation base with the Dorado V6 or the OceanStor V5. What Huawei will give is 1.8% sales incentive of the Huawei value of the order. 1.2% of that will go to your sales and 0.6% will go to the pre-sales manager. The PO value has to have a minimum storage order amounting to $25,000. The following are the OceanStor Dorado 3000, 2200, 2600, and 5300 series. These are the prices, and you can get these prices from your account manager. So get in touch with your enterprise systems account manager, and they will share the pricing with you. But these are very competitive pricing. For the Huawei Fusion Server Pro V5 series rack server promotion for the enterprise systems, these are the 2288H and 1288H V5 with the offer prices. Again, get in touch with your account manager from enterprise systems, and your account manager will share these prices with you. Huawei is running an instant rebate ratio of 10%. This is on the storage devices. And basically, any certified partner, whether you're a VAP, Gold, Silver, or authorized partner, can apply for this. However, pre-approval by Huawei in advance is mandatory. The Huawei Deal Registration Reward is an exciting program that Huawei is running this year. What it'll give you is 15% deal protection. So when you do the deal registration, you will have a clear 15% deal protection against any other person quoting the same customer. You also get 1.8% of the value as a rebate for your sales team and your pre-sales, again, divided up into 1.2% for your account manager and 0.6% for the pre-sales account manager. You also get preferential support like fast sales cycle, SPQ support, and solution support. So any technical support you need from Huawei and enterprise systems will provide that for you. Obtaining the HCPP certification will get you a reward for your organization. This is if you get 3 to 5 certifications, you get $2,500. 5 to 8 can earn you $5,000 and more than $8,000. Eligible partners are Huawei Silver and above level certified partners. Again, I will show you this, which I showed right at the beginning in case we have new attendees. Enterprise Systems has the OceanStor 5000 V3 series in stock now. We have limited numbers. So if you're interested in getting $1,000 cashback from Enterprise Systems with free of charge professional services, come to your account manager and book the order. The first orders will gain $1,000 per unit. We also are offering, as Enterprise Systems deal right now, $500 per unit on the Fusion Server Pro 2288H V5, which is in stock now. Again, with professional services. This offer is limited, first come, first serve. Those are the Huawei offers. We also have other incentive plans with Enterprise Systems. A rebate for your account manager and your pre-sale. So on top of the 1.8 potential % that you can earn from Huawei, which is 1.2 to the account manager and 0.6, we are also offering an incentive program on top of that for you. We also can offer a trip to destination depending on the value of the order. So PO values of above $150,000 will earn you 2 tickets to destinations in Europe and Asia. Any Enterprise Systems professional services is discounted up to 50% to support you and your partner. We're also offering 50% discount on all annual maintenance contracts from Enterprise Systems. Our company will also do free of charge proof of concept for you. These are the services we can offer. I hope these services will entice you and promote the products for the storage and the servers with your esteemed organization. Over to you, Kia.
Thanks, Puya. I believe this is very motivational message for our valuable partners, and I'm pretty sure they're going to use all of this sales incentive and promotion and make it easier for them to be more competitive in the market. And thank you all again for joining us today. We hope you found this event extremely useful, and we'll be having more similar events coming up. So we look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.